Want to read that on your way in, man?
Respectfully, I'm not going to answer any questions.
How we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Mind if I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, my name's Investigator Ryan Metter with the Illinois Secretary of State Police.
Yes, sir.
Are you a First Amendment auditor? Is that what you're doing?
I'm just a citizen exercising constitutional rights today.
Sure. So, as you know, there's a sign there that says notice recording or photography of any type is not allowed.
Okay.
Yep. So, you can't have you videotaping inside the facility. And there's that. Sure. State's case law favors State of Illinois asks to not allow the recording or photography of any type in Secretary of State facilities. All inquiries should be directed to the Secretary of State Office of the General Counsel, 217-785-3094, and ask for Pamela.
Do you have any case law attached with this that you would be willing to provide me, or?
Contact the General Counsel, and they'll be able to give it to you. So, you have
Sure.
your ID on you?
No, I don't, actually.
Okay. What's your name?
Am I being detained right now?
I mean, unless the Secretary of State wants you trespass, that's why I'm trying to get your name.
Okay. What statute would that be trespassing under? State-supported land?
Well, you disregarded a sign that says recording of any type is not allowed, so you violated that sign.
So you are suspecting me of trespassing?
I'm saying if we want to trespass you, I would need your name. So
I am being trespassed?
As of right now, you're not being trespassed.
Okay. So as of right now, I'm not under suspicion.
A citizen walks into a public government building with a camera, and within minutes, police threaten him with trespassing, detention, fingerprinting, and arrest. But then something unexpected happens. The citizen calmly challenges the officers to do one simple thing: call the state attorney. And the moment they finally make that call, the entire case collapses instantly. No crime, no arrest, no trespass. Just officers caught enforcing policies that don't actually override constitutional rights. Tonight, we break down the confrontation that's exploding online, and why legal experts say this could have become a major civil rights lawsuit.
Crime.
Okay, here's the thing though. If you show back up and you cause issues, then we'll have your name.
Nobody even asked me to leave.
Okay. Well, they're asking you to leave.
Okay. Well, respectfully, I'm going to decline.
So now you are trespassing.
Okay.
So what is your name?
Would you mind, before we move any more forward, because I'm gonna do you a favor.
Yeah.
Okay, before anybody loses qualified immunity, look up the statute that you're willing to trespass me under and cite that. I promise you it.
Are you refusing to leave the property?
Will I be arrested if I don't leave?
You'll be cited. Yeah.
I'll be cited with what citing?
Criminal trespass to property. Actually, it's criminal trespass to state-supported property. Because you're refusing.
Look that statute up, and it will be in plain text why I am not in violation of that statute. I've just been through this. I'm doing you a favor, Metter, Officer Metter.
You got the name right. Yep.
And
most people mispronounce it. So
you gave it to me first, and I appreciate that. Obviously, in the heat of the moment, I'm not very confrontational at all. I'm not looking for a confrontation, but I'm not looking to have my rights stepped on.
I understand. I respect that. I respect your, I appreciate that and everything. And like I said, I'm just telling you that, that's why I gave you that piece of paper, okay? And here's the thing. I'm not looking at writing you a ticket.
Right.
I'm not wanting to go down that. I'm just wanting you to respect your rights.
So the summons, the summons for the ticket, would that go to the municipal court in Salem?
It would go to the Marion County Courthouse.
Okay.
The incident began inside an Illinois Secretary of State facility when a citizen entered the building recording with a camera. Within moments, officers approached him, immediately citing a posted policy banning photography and recording. But right away, the conversation reveals something important. The officers rely heavily on policy, not statute. That distinction becomes the entire battle.
I'm going to do you one last favor here.
I'm not telling you I'm trespassing you, but I would like your name for my case.
Yeah, and I understand how that goes, but no matter what, I'm not going to give it. I'm going to do one last favor for everybody here. Call Tim Hudspeth. You're going to do yourself a very big favor with your career, and I'm not trying to be a dick.
Yeah.
I know it sounds very pretentious, me saying that. Call Tim Hudspeth right now, and I promise you, he will tell you I'm fine to do what I'm doing. That's the bottom line. He doesn't know me personally, but I just dealt with him personally. Call Tim Hudspeth.
knows
He's
who
going
you
to be the prosecutor. He's going to know what I'm doing. It doesn't matter who does it. If you're off shift, if any one of them guys in there decide to come in here and record, we have the right to do
Well,
it.
here's the thing. I appreciate what you're doing. Okay. I'm not, like I said, I'm a full advocate for people using their rights.
Sure.
Okay? But with it being a Secretary of State, so they have their own policies. And as far as the general counsel goes also, that's why we give you the number for the general counsel. Is a lot of people have social security cards, birth certificates, other things out here that we don't want people reporting. You know what I mean?
Well, they shouldn't be dealing with that in public, though. You know, if they're going to do,
they have to do that inside.
no, they can take them
Right.
somewhere private. So 720, let me see if I remember this right. 720 ILCS 521-5. That's criminal trespass to state supported land. And I'm going to read it right from the ILA.gov.
Say once you trespass.
You mind if I get your name and badge number? I didn't get
Detective Swagler.
Detective Swagler.
That single question changes the energy immediately. Because once actual law enters the conversation, uncertainty begins creeping into the officer's responses. This is one of the most critical moments in the encounter. The citizen refuses to volunteer identification unless he's legally required to. And importantly, the officers still haven't identified a crime. Instead, they begin floating the possibility of criminal trespass.
Yes, sir. 295 Salem Police Department.
295. I appreciate that.
Yep.
I'm going to read you, and I know this will be my third time saying it, but this will be the last favor that I do everybody here. A5, under criminal trespass to state-supported land, right? A person commits criminal trespass to state-supported land when he or she enters upon a right-of-way, including facilities and improvements thereon. No, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong section here.
Different guy. He's going to get his name and maybe we'll trespass.
A person commits criminal trespass to state-supported land when he or she enters upon land supported in whole or in part with state funds or federal funds administered, granted through
I'm going to go in and
state agencies or any building on the land by presenting false documents or falsely representing his or her identity orally. I haven't done that, right? We'll skip to the part where this will apply, what it doesn't apply. Okay. If I refuse to leave,
He's just standing on the property.
well, I'm going to go back inside.
And now he's stating this going to get back inside.
Absolutely. I have the right to. I came out here on my own free will, not because I was being detained. Just do me a favor.
You're allowed to stay outside, but you can't record inside.
I'm allowed to be inside also.
Yeah, he's arguing that. He is.
When I remain upon the land or in the building, here's the important part, and who thereby interferes with another person's lawful use or enjoyment of the building or land. How does me exercise?
Notice what happens next. The officers never clearly explain how recording itself becomes criminal trespass. And that's because this situation sits at the center of an ongoing national debate. Can government buildings ban recording in publicly accessible areas? Courts across the United States have repeatedly ruled that the First Amendment protects recording government officials performing their duties in public spaces, especially areas accessible to the public. But many agencies still attempt to enforce internal policies as if they carry the force of law.
Amendment constitutionally protected right interfere with anybody's lawful use or enjoyment of this building. I promise you, I told these guys, call Tim Hudspeth. It's going to save you guys from having to lose your qualified immunity over this. This is clearly established. The prosecutor of Salem, of Marion County, knows exactly what I'm doing, and he will tell you. You do yourself a favor and speak with him.
I told you my first name. Can I at least get your first name? So I'm not saying sir.
Respectfully, I'm not going to. You can just call me sir. I appreciate that.
Okay, sir. You're not allowed on the property. You're not allowed inside. Okay, you're trespass. Okay, so you're
By
not
who?
allowed.
By who?
The Illinois Secretary of State.
So you're
by trespass.
So you're
And
not
now
going to
as-
call
as
Tim
as a
Hudspeth?
state officer right now. I'm trespassing you from the property. Whether or not you have a right to be somewhere, the people who have this property have a right to trespass you.
Well, it's public property.
Yeah, but we can trespass you from this property. Okay, because it's state property.
So you're just going to not even do yourself the favor and call Tim Hudspeth?
I called my sergeant. That's all I need to call.
But the prosecuting attorney of this county, you're not willing to count.
State policy dictates
Okay.
exactly what I gave you.
Well, respectfully, I'm trying to help you here, right?
And-
Because
and
I'm not.
respectfully-
You're
and-
misinformed.
And
I've already been through this in the area,
I,
in Marion County, with Tim Hudspeth.
I understand.
Okay. No, you don't understand, or you don't care.
I appreciate what you have to say.
I don't feel like you do because you're trying to violate my rights and you're not even willing to go through any single.
At this point, the power dynamic completely shifts. The citizen remains calm, respectful, and legally informed. Meanwhile, the officers begin struggling to explain the law they're threatening to enforce. The citizen points out something devastating to the officer's argument. The statute they're citing appears to involve interference, false representation, or unlawful disruption, none of which he appears to be doing. He's simply standing in a public area recording.
To rectify your mistake right now. So under the authority of who?
The Illinois Secretary of State Police.
Because it's going to come down on yourself personally and your department.
You have the number for our general counsel. For the
I don't
Secretary of
need
State.
counsel to exercise my constitutionally given rights.
Yeah, I understand that. So I'm
So
gonna
you
ask
just
to
don't
leave the
care then?
property, okay?
So you
And
just don't care?
Are you refusing to identify yourself?
Absolutely.
So I need a fingerprint check.
Is your body camera on?
It is on. Everybody's in.
Both? Okay.
Yes, sir. So are you refusing to leave the property?
Am I going to be arrested if I don't
Yes.
leave?
You are.
Under what authority?
Under the authority of the Illinois Secretary of State Police.
So, because I've
The
never.
authority given to me by the state of Illinois.
Okay, so what exactly would happen?
Well, normally I would just write you a ticket and send you on your way for criminal trespass, okay?
But because
normally
I'm
criminal-
being so defiant, it's going to
Well,
escalate.
what it is, it's failure to identify. So I have to write a name on that ticket.
So you suspect me of a crime.
I do.
So I've been detained this whole time.
Right now you are because you're refusing to leave the property.
So if I leave,
If
if I just walk away right now, then what?
then I'm going to let you walk away because I don't want to write you a ticket. I don't want to take you to jail. If you
Okay.
stay on this property any longer, then I am going to have to put handcuffs on you and take you to the jail.
Well, I don't
and
want
fingerprint
that.
you. I don't want that either because
It seems like you do.
no, I don't.
You're not even willing to go
You know
down an
what time-
avenue
you
that
know
I've
what
given
time
you.
I get off work? 4 o'clock. 4:16.
Nobody's
I don't
forcing
really
you to
want to-
violate my rights right now, sir.
I'm sorry to feel that way.
You don't even do yourself the favor.
This moment is why the clip exploded online. Instead of yelling, instead of escalating, he calmly dismantles the legal basis for the detention in real time. This wasn't just a random confrontation. It's part of a rapidly growing movement known online as First Amendment auditing. Auditors intentionally record in public buildings to test whether government employees and police respect constitutional rights. Supporters argue these audits expose corruption, ignorance of the law, and abuse of authority. Critics say some auditors provoke reactions intentionally for views and lawsuits. But regardless of opinions, courts have consistently affirmed broad protections for recording government officials in public spaces.
Calling him though, like
I
I'm
called my
obviously.
sergeant. That's all I need to call. And I provided you documentation from our legal counsel as far as a
Would either one of you be willing to call Tim Hudspeth?
This is Secretary of State property. Secretary of State is
And I just read you the statute that he was trying
I
to
just told you.
cite me with.
And I just told
So
you. what I
nobody's
asked.
willing to even save yourselves the qualified immunity.
From what I'm gathering, we're kind of at an impasse, right?
Well, yeah, because
you have-
I'm
you have-
exercising rights and you're violating
Yeah.
rights. That's the
I'm sorry you
impasse.
feel that way. So right now you are on state property, okay? So, and I am asking you to leave. If you fail to leave, then you will be charged for criminal trespass.
What is that? A book and release, or is it down to the jail? You hold me for the weekend,
Well, as
or
of
what?
right now, you're failing to identify.
Okay,
So if you
so we're
fail to-
stacking charges
yeah.
for exercising
so,
rights.
So if you fail to identify, then you're going to be taken in and fingerprinted so I can get your identity. So then I can write you the ticket and then you can do it.
How does that work? You guys beat me into oblivion until I'm willing to, until you can forcefully. I mean, because so if
Why
I'm
would you say beat you in a building? Why would you use terminology?
well, because I'm not willing to identify, so I'm not going to be willing to fingerprint, right? So just because you put me in handcuffs and put me in a car and take me somewhere, I'm supposed to just be willing to
Well, the problem that we have
waive
here
my rights now,
is so criminal trespass is just a ticket. That's all it is.
right?
But whenever you start failing to identify and stuff like that, what name are we going to put on the ticket if you're not willing to identify?
Well, it's not a ticket though. It's not criminal trespass. I just read him the statute. He's not willing to listen. I will read you the statute if you want.
Because you're refusing.